All right, so in this video, what I'm going to be going over is executing Tosca test cases using the TCShell commands, like a batch file. Yeah, you can put it into a batch file as well and to execute it, which I'll show how that is done. So the test cases, so when you build the test cases, which I have some example ones here, you need to go into the execution module and then create an execution suite, and then drop your test cases that you want to run in this execution suite right here. And you'll need this node path. I'll show you in a sec here how that's used to pass into the TCShell command as a parameter. Well, as part of the commands in the TCS file. So this one, what I'm doing is all I'm doing is just I'm finding a customer, and then I'm going to email the report to myself. A couple of steps. So you can have a look at how reports can be emailed once a test is finished executing. And I just use the GUI right now to email the report. So yeah, so we got that. So what you're going to need is, so I have my folders here. So you need a batch file. The batch file is going to contain the batch commands. Let me just open it here. I think I got it open already. Yeah, right here. So this batch file is going to have the commands to use TCShell, and then it'll load the workspace that you want to execute the test cases from. And then when you log in, if you're just logging into a single workspace, then you don't need a password or a user ID. But if you are, then you just put the password and user ID here. And then you load up the TCS file, which is needed to run the commands, the TCShell commands. And you can call it whatever you want. But you do need a TCS file that you need to pass in as a parameter. And so once you have all that set up, here's the TCS file here. So these are my commands that I have right here. So there's quite a few commands that can be used, but this one is just it's just jumping to the node that you want to run the test cases from in the execution module. So as I mentioned, you need the node path, which is right here. That's where you get the node path, and then in the node path is going to have the test cases that you're running. So right now I only have one. You could have 4, 5, 6, whatever that you're running, a regression test or smoke test or what have you. You can have them queued up in here. And again, I'm in a single environment. But if you're in a multi-environment, you have to check it out, and then you run the execution list, and then you save it after the run, the results, and then you check it in all, and then you can get that report and print it to a folder. Right now, the default folder I'm using is right here. This is the folder I'm using here, right there. Oops. And then I got this commented out. I'm not creating a desktop report. I'm just using the one in that folder I just showed you. And then I'm running a second test case. This is going to be emailing the report. That's why I have another set of commands in here to run. Okay, and so basically you need 3 files. You need the .bat file. You need this TSChell.exe config file. Now this one has to be copied from back into here, copied from the ToscaCommander folder. So right now, currently it has a lot of other commands that Tosca needs. So it's a file that needs to be saved in the in the ToscaCommander folder. But what you do is you take this file and you copy it. So you just copy it out of here, and then you put it in this folder under the settings folder under Tosca TestSuite 7.0 settings. So you paste it in there, and then you remove. Oops, I think I got to open it. And then you remove all the commands that are currently in there that Tosca uses, and you put in these commands specifically for printing a report. Right now, you can see here, I'm doing a PDF report right here. So this is the report properties for the PDF report to be saved. So that's these are the commands you need here. It kind of goes to the farther end here, in case you want to pause it, copy them down, and then yeah. So those are the three main files you need. So you need the .bat file, the TCS file that contains the TCShell commands, and then you need the TCShell configuration parameters, properties. Okay, so let's. Okay, and then I'll have to close this down. So you have to make sure Tosca is closed when it's ran, because it locks the workspace. So let's just close this. Okay. Okay, so let's kick this off. So this is the ecom sample app I'm using. It's just going to find a customer, a very simple test case. It logs out. That's finished. Now it should start the email test case. There we go. Good. There's the PDF report. Now I'm using send keys in here. That's what I'm doing. I'm just making sure I open the right folder. And there you go. It sent the report. It finished. So there's just what I can do is I can just log in, and you can see there's a report there, which is sent to me. 1236. Good. All right. And then if we go back into Tosca. Okay, so now the test steps are saved here as well. So you will see that there's the latest run there. So all the test steps are in here, which is good. So it does save it back to Tosca. And then if I go into here, so this is my reports. So in the test case to send the report, which is right here, I moved the report to an archive folder in here. Moving and renaming it as archive. So this is the test step that I use, and that's why it's been moved out of here. And then you can see there's a whole bunch in here, but it just moved into here. And you can see there's my prefix arc, which is for our archive. And this is the report that was generated. It's just the execution test report, and it just shows the overview, and there's the test that was executed, and it just shows some of the details here. It's a very high-level report. And yeah, that should be it. It is pretty straightforward. Once you understand the commands that are needed, you can go to the TRICENTIS website, put in TCShell commands, and you can get all the help files that way. I can even do it here. Oops. There. So go into here, put in, this is going to be 23, just to make sure we get the right one. Yeah, and so all the information is here about using the TCShell commands. All right, I think I'll stop there. Thanks everybody for watching.